Hypnotic dreams are the most pleasant, vivid, intense ones. Are also pathways to enlightenment. This one's my gift to you.
My name is Alcimar José Vidolin. I am a medical doctor, and I help people experiencing hypnosis and using this knowledge for self-improvement. The total duration of the exercise is of approximately 30 minutes, and the benefits will be maximum if you are alone, in comfortable position, and an atmosphere that favors the concentration. Satisfied these conditions, let us proceed ahead. People seek learning hypnosis for several reasons. Some look for enjoying the comfort and the well-being of the deep relaxation that happens in hypnotic states. Some wish to get in touch with the occult resources of the mind for problem-solving, personal development. Some feel attraction for the irresistible fascination of the mind's mysteries and the possibilities of human perception. And it will be perfectly correct for you to spend the next few moments thinking of the reasons that are taking you into hypnosis now. And entering hypnotic trance is not exactly something that is done actively. It is more like something that is already waiting to happen, naturally, spontaneously, once you know that it is possible and make yourself available, accessible. And become accessible may be just like being curious and willing to learn new things. Or you can become accessible by trying to figure out exactly what is happening. How does it feel when a person is about to enter hypnosis right now? Such a person might be sitting or lying down comfortably, probably with eyes closed so that one can concentrate better the attention in the several different sensations that are kind of sprouting in certain parts of the body, and may be used as pathways to obtaining deeper and deeper relaxation and self-awareness. This person might find interesting feeling the contact of his body with the surface where he is leaning. Or the differences of temperature amongst the several parts of the body. Or also the smooth, soft manner by which breathing becomes more and more slow and deep. And deeper still. The air enters the nostrils, runs through the airways, and expands the lungs, bringing well-being and energy. And each time you let the air go, the sensation is just like you're sliding down. You are sliding down towards a deepening of the present hypnotic experience. Muscles that are loose and relaxed feel heavy. And as you go on, relaxing more and more, it is natural that you feel your whole body becoming heavy, heavier and heavier still. Sinking down into pleasant comfort. Heavy legs, heavy eyelids, maybe just as heavy as if they are glued tight together. So tight it would be very difficult, maybe even impossible to separate them apart. Heavy eyelids, glued tight together. It can be just really impossible for you to split them apart, no matter how hard you try. And it could be fun. Eyelids glued tight together. Impossible to separate them apart. Now just forget completely all about your eyelids and think of the other things that are happening at the very same time you find yourself getting deeper and deeper involved in your present hypnotic experience. pay all your attention to your hands and appreciate the possibility that something is about to happen to one of them at this exact moment. And I don't know if you're going to experience it in exactly the same way. But for some people, it all begins with a tingling sensation, a numbness, or even a discrete, involuntary movement. It may be that it is happening in your left hand, or perhaps in your right hand. And sometimes it is the first finger, or the second, or also the third finger that begins to exhibit these sensations. That are growing to be better perceived as lightness and a tendency to motion. Realize how focusing your attention in these sensations actually causes them to grow more intense. And you sense it all spreading out and growing more and more intense. And that hand is becoming lighter, lighter, and lighter still. Lighter than the air that surrounds it. So light it could just float up in the air. And it really is beginning to doing so. It goes floating up right away now, and faster each time, as this sensation of lightness and movement goes spreading up your arm, that is also becoming so light, so light, lighter with each and every breath you take. You take a breath and now your arm is becoming so light, lighter, and goes floating up, higher, higher, and it feels great. Lightness and movement, floating up, lighter, higher, higher. At a certain moment, it is natural that all this starts making you feel drowsy, sleepy, wanting to rest in deep sleep. And this desire for sleeping grows and grows. And you feel that it would be really nice to be asleep. And your arm could then very slowly begin to come down. And be coming down at the right speed it takes you to go sliding down into the warm comfort and oblivion of deep hypnotic sleep. Sleepy. So sleepy. It would be so nice to be sound asleep now. All right, you can. Sleep. Just like that. Just fine. Just asleep. Sleeping. Sleeping. And a way to understand the hypnotic sleep is experiencing it as a transformation, an evolution, metamorphose. What makes me think of a larva, a caterpillar, moving slow and heavy on the soil and green plants, twisting and sliding the large body and feeding continuously on the leaves. And I wonder if the caterpillar regrets its limitations. And if it foresees that a bright and free future lies across the trance, awaiting, beyond. Does it know it is about to enter a cocoon, the chrysalis? And yet, how does it know that now is the time to do it? And I don't know if it sleeps as it enters the chrysalis, or if it is already asleep when it starts to thread and spin the wrapping around itself. And the chrysalis is like a hard nest that separates it and protects it from everything, so it can just let go. perhaps light and sound reach inside very diminished, like from very far, far away. Or perhaps they don't, and it's all quiet and peaceful down there. Maybe it feels comfortable, warm, safe. And it might be as a deep dive into unconsciousness and oblivion, forgetfulness, or it might be dreaming of what it was once in the beginning, and then of what it is becoming now. And if it senses the metamorphosis as it is happening, the profound changes that are taking place now, it must feel like melting down, like losing the form. Or go shrinking, getting smaller and smaller, lighter and lighter. For the slim body of the butterfly is smaller and thinner, and has long legs and delicate structures that are sprouting from the back and coming out to be wide wings. And I ask myself if it dreams of the beautiful colors of its wings, or of the artistic drawings that ornament them, or their shape and size. And these wings are later going to feel the wind, and the butterfly will experience the thrill of flying, of raising itself up to unimaginable new places. And looking from high above, this world must look very different, more colorful, larger, filled with completely new things, completely new, outstanding possibilities. Butterflies like flowers and feed on nectar and pollen, which sounds gentle and delicious. Even more delicious in your favorite colored flower. And in small amounts, for it is precious. Yet perfect. Suit that butterflies touch this world with refinement and delicacy. In fact, they are as ethereal, diaphanous, almost intangible, as if they don't belong to this world, which they always touch in a sophisticated manner. It is as if they are halfway between this world and the other world, perhaps the world of fairies, and they perceive it with their long and sensitive antennas. Perceive as vibrations, intuitions, or as syntonizing music from the celestial spheres. Ethereal, diaphanous, expanded perception. And still asleep for now, deeply asleep. And soon will be time for waking up, of breaking loose from the chrysalis and be totally awake to this magnificent world, filled with possibilities. I will count now, from 1 to 5, when is the time for you to break the chrysalis and be wide awake. When I count 5, this hypnotic dream is ended, and you will open your eyes feeling wonderfully changed, metamorphosed, filled with energy. This time, it will be possible for you to remember the details of this experience. And in the next opportunities, when you hear my voice, it will be each time easier and faster for you to sleep into the deepest hypnotic trance. When I count 5, you are going to open your eyes and be wide awake, feeling wonderfully changed, filled with energy. 1, 2, breathing deeper, thinking of breaking awake. 3, wonderfully changed, filled with energy. 4, almost awake now. 5, eyes wide open, wide awake, feeling so well, wonderfully changed, filled with energy. I wish this experience has been pleasant and interesting, and has shown hypnosis as a valuable resource on the quest for light and peace. In order to proceed learning about hypnosis and the new dimensions of perception that you can be taught to obtain, visit the internet website alcimarvidolin.com. There, you will have access to truly precious things. Be well, till we meet in future opportunities.